Hey guys, Lily here. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited today. We're gonna be playing with the new SpongeBob collection in collaboration with Wet n Wild. So today we're just gonna go ahead and try out some of their stuff. I know they came out with the palette, a brush. It's the cutest collection. Let me tell you, the cutest collection. So let's get started. So first things first, when I went to the store, I first went to my Walmart near me, and I only found two of their products, which was the SpongeBob Sponge. And this is so tiny, but then again, it's so cute. Like, obsessed with it. Like, no comment about it. It is the cutest little thing. It has this little round side. It's square in the front, but it's like rounded, like a little bit tilted on the bottom. So I guess I don't know how you would use this. I guess just to like dap it. We'll see. Maybe to like contour it, or just to apply, clean it out a little bit, like under the contour. So we'll try to work with it if we can. But it is super cute. Like, I'm obsessed. It's really small, so once we wet it, most likely it's gonna expand. So we're gonna go ahead and check this little guy out. Then they had the little well, it's not a little, it's a big palette. I didn't even get the chance to open it yet. So let's go ahead and open this. So beautiful packaging. I mean, I love the packaging. Like, it couldn't get any better than that, let me tell you. Like, how cute is the packaging, and the shades are beautiful. It sucks because the names are not in the palette. The names are actually on the back of the palette, so you'll see like which is which, like all right here. It has that information in the back, but the palette itself and the colors are beautiful, and it has like so many cute little stamps in it too, like the jellyfish and the burger, the Krabby Patty. Just beautiful overall. So we're gonna go play with this baby over here. Then I got the highlighter. This is such a beautiful highlight. It is a yellow tone highlighter, so I'm wondering how it's gonna look like, if it's gonna come out as gold or if it's gonna really come out as yellow. So we're gonna play with this guy a little bit. The next thing I had to get was the brush. This brush is the cutest brush ever. That is like something else. The bristles are super soft. Most likely this would be really good to like chisel out the contour. It would be good for that, but this is so pretty. Like, I love this, and beautiful. We're gonna go ahead and try these out. We're gonna use the brush, we're gonna use the highlighter, we're gonna use the shadows and the primer, and see how we like it, what we think about it. So we're gonna go ahead and start. But first, I'm going to go ahead and wet my little SpongeBob, and I'll be right back. Now that we're back with the sponge did expand. It did get quite big compared to how tiny it was. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started. First thing, I'm gonna get my hair off my face. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so while we have that in the back, we're gonna go ahead. First, I'm going to moisturize, and I'm using B.F.F Holy Hydration Face Cream. But before I moisturize, I'm going to go ahead and use the Hydrating Brightening Primer Mist. Let's first go ahead and use this, and then I'll use this, because I always like to moisturize my face just to, keep it still hydrating. So first we're gonna go ahead and shake it up. Let's see if we're gonna. Okay, okay, It does have a scent to it. Smells amazing. It's pretty strong. It is a strong scent. It's not too strong, but you could still smell it. In any case, it does feel hydrating. It does feel good. Let me see if you could, like, there's definitely glitter particles in there that does come out. So let's go ahead and do the rest. Okay, so let me go ahead and try it this way. We're gonna go ahead and try the sponge, and since they don't have any complexion products, I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Bff Camo CC cream, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the back of the sponge. I guess it'll be okay. Yeah, I guess you'll be okay using the sponge. It's not bad. It's actually a pretty good sponge. The side will be good to use it like around your hairlines. So I like that. Next things, I am going to use my Bff Camo Concealer to brighten underneath my eyes a little bit. Okay, so for the concealer, it is going to be a little hard to, yeah, it is going to be a little hard to apply with the square side. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch it to the round side and see how that works there. Yeah, it's a little for the concealer part, it is a little difficult, you know, concealing underneath the eyes because it does spread the product around. It's just for underneath the eyes. This wouldn't be a good sponge for underneath the eyes, but for a foundation, I like it. But for the concealer, not so much. Okay, so next we're just going to go ahead and set it. Next thing, I'm going to go ahead and just do my brows off camera, get myself a little bronze, put myself together a little bit, and we'll be back to do the eyes. Now that we're back with the brows, I'm going to go ahead and bronze and contour. So, and to do so, I'm going to try this little brush and see how well it performs. So, I'm going to go ahead and bronze with my Marc Jacobs bronzer in Tantric. It is in the Omega Bronze 102 Tantric. And that's what it looks like. I have a pan. It's an amazing product, so check it out. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and try the brush and see how good it performs. Oh, I like it. Oh wow, that's really pretty. Wow. This is definitely a brush I would use on a daily basis to contour and to bronze. Definitely, it does the work really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if I'll be able to contour my nose with it, even though it's pretty big. I'm gonna try to use just the tip of the brush where the bristles are, not the whole thing, because that is pretty thick. So I'm just gonna use like the outer tip just to see if I'll be able to use it. Okay, it's really nice. It's not giving it a bad line. I like it. Okay, so I do love the contour, the bronze look that it did give me. I'm loving the look so far. Okay, so next we're gonna go in with this bad boy right here. This is really pretty. I can't wait. So it's called Nautical Nonsense palette. And let's do a couple of swatches and see what they love this. So we're gonna try. Oh my gosh. Ah, beautiful. Oh my god, look at this blue. Oh my god. Let's try some matte. Oh my god. Let's try this green one. Should we try the green one? You guys, oh my god. This palette is beautiful. Oh my god. Beautiful. I'm even wiping it off. It's not coming off. Look at my fingers. It's not coming off. That's how pigmented they are. Okay, so let's get in and see what we are working with. I'm getting obsessed over these colors already. Okay, so first I'm gonna go in with One Eternity Later and the little burger shadow right there. And I'm gonna use that for my crease just to give it some color. I love how pigmented they are. They are so far loving it. It does have a little fallout when you do tap on it. It does give a little fallout. I don't mind, but I know some people might mind. Next, I'm going to get Howdy Y'all, which is the first shade on the bottom row right there. So I'm gonna go in again with the same brush and just give depth to that into my crease again. Oh, I don't know what to play with. They're all beautiful. Wow. They're so beautiful. I can't even pick what I want to play with, honestly. So, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna play with the green. I'm gonna go ahead in with this lime green, and that is Best Day Ever. Second shade on the second row. Okay, first I'm just gonna go in with a dry brush and see if it gives the color the same way that's in the pan. So I'm just gonna dab it a little bit and let's see how it is. Okay. Okay, so I mean, okay, so it's coming out very, very light. So in that case, I need to go in with the setting spray and just try to spritz my brush a little bit, wet it a little bit, and see if we could get the color payoff. So again, just gonna go back in to Best Day Ever and just try to with the wet brush and see if we could. Okay, so with the wet brush, it's actually much, much better. And I am just going to put that on my lid. You would have to have your brush wet in order to use shimmer shades. See, like once the brush dries off, like this was when the brush was wet, and now that the brush is dried off and I'm trying to nab on it, it's not coming out the way that I would want it to be. So just gonna go back in, spritz the brush. And with the tip of my brush, I'm just gonna blend out the edges of that green. So just to blend it out so we don't have any harsh lines. Okay, so next I'm gonna do the same thing to my other eye. Just gonna grab the same colors, me money, and spritz it a little bit because it does give it much better of a payoff. So again, I'm just gonna use me money and do the other side. Okay, so then I'm gonna just get like a regular clean brush and just smudge the edges of both of my shadows, my outsides, so that there is like no harsh edges of the shadows. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead, finish my eyes, go ahead and put falsies, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that we're back with our eyes, I put on some falsies, and they're from Amor S USA. They're silk mink, and they're the, what is it, the volume lash 3D effect, and it does have the blue sapphire inside. Like on the lashes, I kind of figured while I was applying it, I kind of figured like they had like some blue strips in there, so I wasn't sure. And then yeah, it says the 3D effect blue sapphire in there, and they are the number 3D 31. So this is what the packaging looks like. I will definitely link them in the description below. But these lashes, I picked them up at Dollar King. So they're really good lashes. I stocked up on them. That's how good they are. So I put on some falsies. They look really, really beautiful, especially with this eye look. It's not too thick, but then again, it does give that wispy lash, effect. So that way you can see the color and the nice look that you did in the background. So next, we're just going to go and brush off the excess and the rest of the fallout from underneath the eye. Even if I'm going to apply eyeshadow, I try to make sure I always put some sort of setting powder, or when I'm applying my Laura Mercier setting powder underneath my eye, I try to bake it and put a little bit underneath, so that way when I do put my eyeshadow on and I do get fallout, it doesn't stain under my eyes. So that's why I try to clean it up afterwards, and there is no stains. And then I'm just gonna go back in with the little bronzer, and just since we did, we might have, since we swept it away, I just like to go in and touch up a little bit, like on the nose contour. So just a little bit. Okay. Now that, I am going to go in with brightening. I am going to use my Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette in the shade Caramel Toffee. And I'm going to use the banana shade in the palette. And I'm just going to go in and apply it underneath my eyes, just to give it like a little highlight. And then the bridge of my nose. and then my forehead, like the center of my forehead, so that way you see like the highlighted spot, so it's not just all bronze. Now I'm just going to go ahead and grab SpongeBob, the sponge, and just go ahead and cut my contour. And I'm going to do that again with Laura Mercier setting translucent powder. So I'm just going to get the clean side, the edge, and let's see how, if it's gonna do its job. I guess that's what you would be using it for. And I'm just gonna go in. Clean it up. Okay, so for blush, I'm going to use the FM from Wet n Wild, the Meet Me at VIP, and it's a nice pink shade. And that's what it looks. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dab a little and just apply it. And last but not least, we are going in with this baby right here, which is the SpongeBob highlighter. So that's what it looks like. It has SpongeBob's face in there. And let's go ahead and do a little swatch. Oof. That's what it looks like. Okay, so let's go in and see how we like it. So I'm just gonna go in and tap a little bit. Oh wow, that's really pretty. Okay, so the highlight I'm obsessed with. Oh my god, beautiful. Definitely an everyday use for me. Now let's go in for the lips. Okay, so unfortunately they don't have anything for the lips, so I'm just gonna use something that I have already, and I'm going to use my Lady Gaga's collection House Labs, and I'm going to use their lip liner in RIP lip liner, and I'm going to use that to line my lips. Then for the color, I'm going to use, again from House Labs, I'm going to use Dust, and this is their matte lip crayon. So I'm just gonna go in and color my lips. Then I think I'm going to stay matte. I'm not going to go in with a gloss today. I do like the look of the matte with shimmer, so I'm just gonna stay like this. I am going to finalize it with, since I know they had, for the SpongeBob collection, I know they had the setting spray, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get that. Not even Ulta had it in stock, so I wasn't able to get it. So I'm just going to use one of my own, and I'm going in with e.l.f. Dewy Setting Mist. So I'm just going to shake that up and spritz a little bit. This smells good. So then just, yeah, so this is the final look. Thank you for watching. So let's go over a couple of the products and that were hits and that were misses for me. So the first thing was, let's go through the palette. I loved the palette. The palette is a really great palette. I loved it. The only thing I had a little problem with was the shades. You had to use it as wet. For the glitters and the shimmers, you would have to use them with a wet brush in order for you to get the color payoff. Because as you saw earlier, I wasn't able to get the colors in without spritzing my brush. So that was the only thing that I had an issue with. Other than that, everything else was beautiful. I'm sorry I wasn't able to play with all the other colors. These two colors were talking to me earlier. Ever since I got the palettes, I'm like, I have to create something with this. So I'll try to create more looks with the palette and post it up on my Instagram. I'll definitely leave the handle down in the description box. Make sure you follow me there, and for you to see the rest of the eye looks that I create with this palette, definitely. So this is a must. Next thing that I loved a lot was this baby right here. This is beautiful. The highlighter. The highlighter, I was honestly expecting to be extremely yellow since, you know, the swatch came out yellow. More of a gold tone, but you know what, swatches don't always tell the right story. They never tell the right story, because you know what, you might do the swatch but it comes out completely different on the look. So this is beautiful. This could be an everyday use. If you're a person that likes the gold highlight, then this is really, really pretty. You'll be able to use this even on daily basis. So this was a positive for me. Next thing I also liked a lot was the brush. This is a really cute brush. I will definitely use this over and over again for my contour, for my chisels, and for bronzing. Even for my nose contour, this was really, really nice. So this is another everyday use for me as well. I really like this a lot. Now for the sponge. The sponge, I'm not too on it. I would say it is a good sponge. I mean, it did expand when you wet it. It did do the job as you would want it to do, but again, the only thing you probably would be able to use a square sponge is for you to, you know, just to cut the corners of your contour and maybe like the corners of your nose, if you know you can, just to like try to fit that in there somewhere. But even like, you know, blending your foundation, I mean, it was okay. It wasn't bad, but again, I mean, the only thing you'd be able to do with the sponge that's square is just to cut, you know, just to cut your contour and your nose contour, and that's about it. So even maybe you'll be able to use this for let's say cream blush. Maybe you'll be able to just dab that on there, or maybe like a wet or cream highlight, those jelly highlights. You'd be able to, anything that you'll be able to apply it here, then you'll probably use it, but that's about it. Other than that, to blend in foundation or especially concealer would not do this, because it would spread a lot away from your eyes, and if you're just trying to cover with the concealer underneath your eyes, then this is gonna make you go wider and wider because of the square. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Oh, and one other thing, I forgot the B.F.F wet primer. This was also good. I really like this a lot. It does have the glitter particles. I did like it. The only thing is it is very, very scented. So if you're not a big part of the scent, when you know primers, moisturizers, facial sprays have scent in them, then you're probably not gonna like this, because it is scented pretty well. But I did like it. I like it when it's scented, not too heavy, but I do like it when it smells. I can still smell it until now. So and I like how it has that glitter in there. You can't really see the glitter particles after when you apply your foundation and stuff, so I like that a lot. It doesn't mix in with your foundation. But yeah, overall, everything else I liked. I'm really happy with it, other than the sponge and the color pigmentation moment. That's about it. Everything else was really great. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know what you think about the colors. Let me know how the look came out. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. But make sure you click on the bell to get a notification when I upload. I do have plenty of content coming up for you guys, so make sure you tune in. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Have a good night, guys.